Most scammers in the black community are pretty easy to figure out. We all know the characteristics and traits and behaviors of these guys. A lot of them are taking pictures, they're doing nice things, living in Miami, and they're just trying too hard. They're always throwing money or trying to live a very opulent lifestyle. And we don't know what industry that they've gotten this money in, which if you add 2 and 2 together, for any kind of smart person in business, that is a scammer. And then also their personality is usually boastful, overconfident, and annoying. But what about a scammer that doesn't act like that? They never show their wealth, they're humble, they say yes sir, they say no sir, they say all of these things that really make you trust them. And when I thought about this, it led me to a brother that I hate to talk about today. And I actually sort of like the guy because of how he behaves, but I have to say that he has a lot of red flags about him. That is the brother Ben X. Now, for those of you who don't know who Ben X is, he's one of the more popular social media influencers associated with the Nation of Islam. And of course, before joining the Nation of Islam, he had a past life, and his past life was actually remarkable. Ben X, also known as Ben Quan Petty, was one of the top point guards in the Dallas, Texas junior college system, averaging over 23 points a game. And then from there, it appears he went to Lamar University, where he was also balling out. But something happened at Lamar University where he wasn't getting that much playing time. He took only 12 field goals that year, missing all of them. And then from there on, the next time we see him online, he is now associated with the Nation of Islam. But how does he support himself, or how did he support himself? Well, the first time I saw Mr. Ben X, he was posting a lot of Louis Farrakhan videos, which got a lot of views. And in fact, he still does that, not only on YouTube, but also on Facebook. And that got him into the social media community, especially amongst the black finance people. And from there, he started doing so-called quote unquote marketing, making money on Facebook. And then what was interesting, he started selling his service and teaching people how to do the same thing. And to be honest, he wasn't that good at it himself. He's not like a great YouTuber or a great content creator in my opinion. So I don't know how he started selling these services. But then I started to notice that things started to come up about him that are very questionable. And one of them is this whole situation with GS Partners. Now, if anybody have ever heard of a Ponzi scheme operates in a very interesting way. It's kind of where people pay into this particular system, and as other people are paying into the system, the people who paid first are getting paid back, while the ones later will lose because the Ponzi scheme will have run away. And this is exactly what GS Partners is accused of, except this Ponzi scheme hides itself in technology, Bitcoin, and crypto, which is what a lot of people are doing as far as scamming. And this is what you see Ben X pushing right now.
Ben X is one of the most influential, prolific influencers in all social media. Here's the part you can really clap for him. He's here on the front row in the same company you're in. Okay, in case you were wondering whether I'm in the right company, bam.
So I wanted to have some passive income, and the brother had in his bio 4.15%. So when I saw 4.15% per week, I said, whoa, that's a pretty good percentage. Let me check this out. Sadako is a brother who is literally earning multiple six figures per month. He might be at 7 figures, multiple 6 figures per month in this program. He is the brainchild behind even the idea of coming up with this marketing program. So this is the great brother David that I be talking about that's killing it on the blockchain, bringing in over $500,000. Brother David is who I brought in under me and is a big reason why I hit executive every single month, because I benefit from what he do under me. He brings in over $500,000 every single month. I'm not lying. Brother Kevin and Brother Michael Dalco are doing literally 6 figures a month, verified. Brother David is doing around $40,000 a month. And Brother Supreme is doing anywhere from between $20,000 and $30,000 a month as well, last time I checked. These are literally the brothers that introduced me to this program. But man, now I'm making over $500,000 and I ain't even gotta go to work, clock in, sell, make a loss. It's all massive.
Now, something that sticks out to me with this whole GS Partners is that they're promising that you can get 4.15% return on your money every week, which if anybody could do that, that is the best return in the history of the world. Like, I would take all of my money out of Fidelity and just invest in that. And he was confronted about that same very thing by Pocket Watching with JT. I want you to listen to his response.
You have a for-profit business that is allowing a deposit of $1,000 to earn 4.15. Where does the earnings come from to pay the 4.15? You understand that if that's real, this would be one of the greatest business deals in the history of the world to be able to create a return like that.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you
Yes.
believe that you're currently in business and contracted with a company that the majority of the world does not know about, but they're performing the greatest?
Well, as far as if I was asking that question, I don't know. I can only document if my money comes in or don't. It's like the bank. So we give our money to the bank. What percentage do you think they are making on our money? Like from somebody who's a financial advisor. Let's say our community, all of us go put our money in the bank and they got $1 million. How much do you think the banks are making on our $1 million?
It depends on what the bank does with the money. Is the bank just collecting interest from the money themselves, or is the bank then leveraging the money to lend the money out, and then at a higher rate, they're charging the borrower? So it just depends.
You see, he has no real answer for it because the answer just doesn't exist. And there are other people out there with GS Partners who had a terrible experience, especially this particular person here, who's going to explain that one company dissolved itself with the collaboration from GS Partners because GS Partners was pretty much saying they were associated with a company called BD Swiss, and they were not. And this is what happened.
Brandon here with Ponzi Patrol. Today, I'm going to show you how GS Partners is still lying about their connection to BD Swiss. The first bit of information actually came out at the end of January, and I covered it here on my channel. It was an article put out by BD Swiss where they called GS Partners fraudsters. I'm going to show you that article really fast. This is the article here put out by BD Swiss at the end of January. The slug here is "Beware of fraudsters posing as BD Swiss collaborators." So they called them fraudsters here in the slug. And this is on BD Swiss's official website. And they are talking about GS Partners. It's come to our attention that for quite some time now, GS Partners team, Lydian World, Gold Standard Bank, and their associates have been on a publishing expedition of content explicitly featuring our brand and registered trademarks. We want to set the record straight and inform you that we have never started any kind of cooperation or affiliation. So that is directly from BD Swiss. And now GS Partners is trying to cover it up. They're saying they were actually partners with a new company called SkyGround, and that SkyGround is the middleman between GS Partners and BD Swiss. This can be a bit confusing if you haven't been looking into this as much as I have, so let me draw it out for you. GS Partners lied and said they were partnered with BD Swiss. And then, after some time, BD Swiss put out that announcement that I showed you saying they are not partnered with GS Partners. And then BD Swiss actually called GS Partners fraudsters. So what GS Partners did to cover this up is they lied and said, no, actually, there's a third party. We have this company called SkyGround, who is the middleman between us and BD Swiss. There are a few problems with this, one of which being that BD Swiss has publicly said that they are not partnered with SkyGround. This is a tweet with BD Swiss saying they're not associated with SkyGround. I want to give a shout out to Chris Trade on Twitter for this. He also has a YouTube channel that is #ChrisTrade.
So this is what Brother Ben X is leading people into, a Ponzi scheme. That's what he's promoting, talking about these people are making $100,000 a month, but doing what? Nobody's making $100,000 a month doing nothing. It seems like a damn scam. But then secondarily, it's this fake doctorate that he also has from this school called Harvard Christian University. Now, I went to undergrad, Bachelor of Science at California State University. I went to medical school. So, I kind of take offense to these guys who go out and get these fake degrees when it doesn't really exist. But that is what Ben X, aka Dr. Ben X, has done. A person who doesn't have a college education, but he's associating himself with this particular university. And he actually brags about this skill set that he learned from his college.
Okay, Pocket Watchers, apparently y'all guys liked the video that I did about fake colleges giving away fake doctorate degrees. So much so that a Pocket Watcher sent me a picture of Brother Ben X. Well, no, let me get that correct. It's Dr. Brother Ben X.
I am from Dallas, Texas, and what I do is I give life to the dead mentally, spiritually, and financially. I got a doctorate degree in marketing and advertising, and what I have been able to do with my skill set of marketing.
I got a doctorate degree in marketing and advertising, and what I have been able to with my skill set of marketing.
But Pocket Watching with JT breaks it down very simple and plain that Harvest Christian University is just a sham school with no accreditation. Check this clip out.
So Brother Ben X is a pro-Black online influencer. And he is always promoting that people need to do more research before they get involved in stuff. They need to do better research on the faith that they practice. They need to do better research to find out how can they make money beyond just having a 9-to-5 job. And even recently, he is telling his followers, make sure you do really good research before you take the vaccine. But for some odd reason, Ben X, he didn't do a whole lot of research in this college that was offering to give him a doctorate degree.
I am making an official conferment, and it is to none other than Dr. Brother Ben X, PhD, and is being honored in his area of expertise with a PhD in marketing and advertising.
Last but not least, Brother Ben X was associated with this Black financial super team, which ended up being a fraud, the Black World Order. And they were associated with a few people who, in my opinion, are almost for sure known scammers. At least what I see online, especially one of those brothers, 19 Keys. But then there were some other people too that I'm going to deal with today. Mr. Chris Cole, who created a Autobot trader that made millions of dollars that didn't work, and it caused the whole company to go bankrupt because people wanted their refunds. But then there was a testimony given by 19 Keys about buying this particular Autobot trader, and guess who was there helping him give the testimony?
Put in the comment section how much you made, or if you made some money today alone or this week with the auto trader. Put it in the comment section so everybody else can hear you. With no further ado, we about to bring up someone who has a testimony with the auto trader, the one you've been looking for, the one you've been asking about, the one you've been trying to see. Hey, what they got going on? How much money they done made? We got no other than Brother 19 Keys coming up, is going to give his testimony of the auto trader. Here we go.
Hold on. What up, family? Blessings and opportunities, man. Let me put this kilo worth of gold chain on real quick. And there's a reason that I waited till I got on screen to put this chain on, because I want y'all to know, number one, I bought this with the market. You understand me? When you buy things with the market, it's a little different, man. The energy is different.
All right, hold on. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, hey, JT, I thought you said auto trader bots don't work. What was that? Give me a second. Let me explain. After watching that video and talking to my source, this is what actually happened. Those people who you saw claiming that they made $1,700 a day, $1,000 a day, even Jabril, 19 Keys, what I'm told is that wasn't real money. The bot worked in simulation. When you downloaded that auto trader bot from Chris Cole, it would work in a simulated account. But when you actually downloaded it and used it in a real brokerage account, it either did not work or it lost you money. You can go online right now and find the many complaints and requests for refunds for the BWO Auto Trader. Just look up Bridging Wealth Opportunities, BBB. And you'll see that they have an F rating.
But then we end up finding out from another brother who was one of the founders, Jake Taylor Jacobs, that this was a scam from the beginning because 19 Keys didn't make any money from that market. He made the money from something else, and he was only doing that to increase sales. And brother Ben X knew all about it. And if you don't believe me, let's play the clip.
After all of this stuff, because he was trying to figure out what value add could he add, because at the time, Chris Cole was over all currencies. Trading in currency, so crypto and everything. He said, "Oh, Jabril, we'll give you crypto, learn crypto, know crypto, and then as you learn it, you'll be able to put yourself into position." So, the biggest crypto play ever was in what, Miami?
Yeah, Miami.
In what month?
Hollywood, Florida, and I posted a video.
Hollywood, Florida, and he posted a video what day?
May 19th.
May 19th,
2021.
Jabril got wired 45 or 40.
This is the day that we posted.
Hold on, let me unshare my screen.
No, it's there. You good? You good?
Okay, good. You good? This is the date that I posted the video, and this is out there at where the same stuff. I got live documentation of when exactly he said he made the money from the market.
So he didn't make money from the market. He got wired money from the company to be an endorser and advertiser for this crypto coin. They gave him coins and they gave him cash. He actually called them back and asked them for more money. The owner of the coin called Iggy and was like, "What's up with your guy?" He asked for more money. He went to the market telling everybody he made money in the market when he really got wired advertisement dollars through Ethereum and crypto. That was the first bit of bread. So when he doing that chain, crypto, God stuff, that money came from advertisement money.
So guys, I just gotta be real. Does brother Ben X seem like a nice guy from what I see on YouTube? I mean, he seems like a humble guy, but also there was another big scandal with some like Georgia real estate that he was supposed to be selling. I'm not gonna get into that, but brother Ben X always is involved in some sort of crypto scam plot, some real estate scam plot, something like that. Every time he's involved in some kind of business deal that he's promoting, it always ends terrible for somebody else. I would always recommend to never invest your money with anything that brother Ben X is doing for your own safety. All right. I feel like he's no different than a guy like Jay Morrison, than a guy like 19 Keys, than a guy even like Boyce Watkins, who has a history of pretty much backing up guys like this in the financial industry, especially in the finance markets of Black America. These guys prey on the lack of intellectual discipline of their audience to invest with them. But I just want to tell you something. Anybody who's rich and very successful, they don't have time to sell you courses or to sell you memberships to get rich into something else. They're too busy being successful. As a person who does fairly well in whatever I'm doing, I don't have the time even to teach somebody how to do good on YouTube because I just don't. I'm very happy with what I'm doing right now and very successful in what I'm doing right now. Or I don't have time to teach you how to do what I do, and many of you have offered to pay me $1,000 or $500 or whatever. For me, the money isn't worth it because I can get more done by not focusing on you. But the people who have the time to do that are scam artists. They are broke. And if you ask me, and I can't probably prove anything more than what I've talked about in this video, I would not trust this guy in anything that you do financially, anything at all. I feel like whatever that he is that he's selling is gonna turn out bad, as it has for many people. That's my own personal opinion. I'm not necessarily saying that he's a scam artist, but I will say that he does hang around scam artists and it just looks bad. So if I were you, I wouldn't fuck with him. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity John. I appreciate you for all of you. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.